Hey guys, it's Leanne. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this look with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. It's more of a smoky eye for me. I especially love the pinky shades, and that's what I've played with the most. But today I went for more of a neutral smoky look. Um, if you're curious how I got this look, just stay tuned. I did use a lot of other new products in this video, so just trust me, it's a process, but I think it's really worth watching these videos to see if there are products that might work for you or might not. So I hope this is educational. I hope you like this video. I hope you will please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you if you are interested in beauty, makeup, life. Consider subscribing to my channel. I would love that. All right, let's go ahead and get into this video. Are you guys ready to try some new makeup with me? I'm so excited. I've got so many options that I don't even know where to start. All right, so first thing, I didn't do my skincare yet because I have something new to show you. All I've done so far is did a little bit of brow work with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5. You already know that's my favorite. And I actually have that and the Morphe X Aerial Sponge. I love this sponge so much that I ordered a backup. For Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I wasn't that interested in the stuff this year, but my Benefit pencil, I'm always going to get that if it's on sale, so I was able to get that for half off, so I ordered another backup. Anyway, enough said. I curled my lashes with my Shiseido Lash Curler, and you can see the intense curl that I'm talking about when I talk about that lash curler. It's amazing. And then, like I said, just a little bit of brow work with that, filled them in. So let me show you my first new product because when I do my skincare, I like to start with the eye cream, and this is an eye serum. This is from the brand Innisfree. It's the green tea caffeine bright eye serum. Here's the packaging. Here is the component, and this I have not tried because I still have a little bit left in this. This is the green tea seed hyaluronic acid eye serum that I've been loving. This is my second one that I've purchased. This one is almost gone. So I kept telling myself I'm not going to open this one until I use this up. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead because I think I only have maybe one or two more uses of the hyaluronic. So we're going to do the Caffeine Bright Eye Serum today from Innisfree. So this is a push-up component. Let me put some on this eye and then I'll show you again. You don't want to push very hard because you don't want too much product, but it comes out like that. So you'll have like two little dots on the very top and then one bigger dot on the bottom of product. Kind of like a smiley face almost when it comes out to the top. And I do apologize, but I'm going to be looking at myself as I'm putting on this makeup a lot in this video because I don't want to have to hold a mirror for certain things. So if that distracts you, I'm sorry, but having the mirror, it puts a shadow into my videos that I don't like, and I can't do anything about it right now because of my lighting. Right now it looks like it's about to rain outside, so I'm not getting very much natural light. Okay, so what I feel right away different is this does have caffeine. You can feel the tingle, and I'm not saying it's like an intense, it's not like a lip plumper or anything. It's not giving spicy. It's giving a cooling, but yet a little bit of that tingle to where you know it's doing its job. It's plumping and awakening the under eye. So what I would suggest is I normally just use the little applicator to cool and to distribute the product. And then I take my ring fingers and just gently massage it in, then tap. And I can feel it doing its job. It's hydrating and it's also plumping the under eye. I really like that. The reason I like to do my eye stuff first is because the next product I use is the Paula's Choice Exfoliate Skin Perfecting 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. This is an awesome product that I was able to get a 100-point perk deluxe sample of. And actually, I went and got another one for 100 points because I love it that much. And I bought the mini size, which I believe was $13 on Sephora's website. Well, their app. I use the app. Anyway, I love this so much, and I'm so glad that they offer this as a 100-point perk. I will continue as long as I'm able to get that with my points and the Fenty mascara. So I have several of those little minis. They're not minis, they're deluxe samples. I always just say mini. I do apologize, but you get the deluxe sample size of the mascara for 100 points, and it's a good amount of product, and the wand's the same. I just love that. So I'm going to continue to do that as long as I'm able. But you guys, this feels so good. If you've never tried this, it's almost like an oil consistency, but I've been using it daily for probably a little over a month now, and I am noticing a difference in my pore size. It's just really good. And if you have texture, I feel like it would really help smooth out your texture. So if you've never tried this, try it. All right, for serum, I'm going to continue using my Biossance Squalene and Copper Peptide Rapid Plumping Serum. I feel like this is getting close to being empty. It's hard to tell, but I will say the past few times I've used it, I've noticed that it was hard for me to get some up into the little dropper system, just like that. I put it down in there, push it, and then some product comes up in there, but it's not getting as full as it once did. So I feel like it's getting low. Once this is gone, I'm going to move on to the e.l.f. Triple Bounce Serum and try that out. And I'm going to get rid of some of my other skincare before I buy this again. But I will buy this again. It's an expensive serum, but it's really good. And the only way I will buy this again before anything else gets used up is if it goes on sale. This was in a gift set that I was able to get during the last Sephora sale, and it was a good value, and it made sense because I got to try some of their other products in the gift set. If that comes available again, I might do that again, because you're basically paying for the serum and then getting the eye cream and the moisturizer for free, and they're all good products. So I highly suggest trying them out. My skin has been loving it. Okay, so now what I go in is I use an eye cream. I've been going back and forth between my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Plus eye cream and my Bobbi Brown. Today I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown, and I just take a little bit on my finger, and y'all already know what it looks like if you've watched my videos. I have my Holy Grail products that I just continue to love. You already know the next step. Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. PSA, if this is one of your first videos that you're watching of me, I do not put self-tanner on my face, so that's why there's a disconnect. You guys, of course I've already played with this. I couldn't not do it. So I've already played with this. I've already swatched a few of the shades. I will throw up swatches on the screen for you guys. And again, I'm just going to do my look. I'll tell you the shades I'm using, of course, but I'm going to do a lot of voiceover at this part to tell you all about the shadows. All right, for my brush, I'm going to use the Morphe X Ariel A11 brush first as a very gentle, soft blending brush, just to get a wash of color on my lid. And I'm going to do a more bold eye look than I normally would go for. I'm going to go for like a very cool tone brown. This is the shade Stone, and I'm going to start out here like I normally do and then blend it in. But you want to press your brush out here first to get the most pigment to land out here because you always want it to start dark and then gradually get lighter. That's how I like it anyway. So this is again the shade Stone. And I will more than likely build it up just one more layer. And because Natasha Denona's formula is very pigmented, and sometimes what'll happen is wherever you place the product, it kind of likes to stick down. So I like to work in very light layers, blend, and then just build it as needed. This brush from Morphe X Ariel, it is very soft and fluffy, so you're able to get a very nice wash of color. I'm going for more of a soft glam look today, and this brush is just really perfect for that. And now I'm just kind of feathering out the edges. You'll see me just kind of gently flick it out, and that really gives you a nice, smoky yet subtle look. I'm going to go to the BK Beauty A504, the Anti-Hot and Flashy brush, and I think I'm going to take the shade Tender and build up a little bit of depth in my crease, my socket, I should say. This is a very good detailed blending brush. I love using this brush when I need to be very precise. It is one of the best brushes that I've ever found because you can use it to blend as well. And then once I'm satisfied with how it looks in the crease, I will take the same brush and just kind of drag that eyeshadow down towards my lash line. And that's what I call my outer V, because if you look sideways, it is kind of a V shape. But you just want a little bit of the product on the outside of your lash line and then up into your crease. And I'm barely pressing because these are, again, very pigmented shadows. So just be very careful, work in light layers, and just gently blend it out until you have it where you want it. All right, let's talk a little bit about this new palette. You get 15 shades for $69, and you have a mix of her matte, creamy matte, metallic, sparkling, foiled, and the brand new Wet Effect formula, which has glossy and the sparkling effect. This literally just came back in stock today as I am editing this. Today is September 12th, and you are able to get it at Sephora, Ulta, or Natasha Denona website. I'm going to take the Rose and Ben E28 brush, and it's a shader packer brush, and I'm going to go back into the shade Stone, the first one I used, grab a little bit of that, and I'm going to pack a little bit of it on top of Tender and just diffuse and blend the crease. What I'm trying to accomplish here is I'm trying to build the intensity of those shades, but I'm also wanting to blend them together and make sure I didn't lose the first transition shade. Okay, now I'm going to do the Morphe Ariel A29 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade. I'm going to do stuff that I haven't used yet. Let's see. We've got Travertine. We've got Filigree, which is deeper. And then let's try Whisper. Let's see what Whisper looks like. Ooh, Whisper is really light. So I want to use Filigree first, and I'll just put a little bit of it right here to get an idea. And then Travertine right beside it. Okay, pretty. And Whisper might be like an inner corner. Oh yeah, Whisper is definitely an inner corner highlight shade. Wow. Oh wow. And that was like barely any pressure, just very little swatch. Wow. Okay. So now I have an idea of the look I'm going to go for. I need to filigree first on this brush. And I'm going to try brush and see how it goes. I haven't tried this yet. We're going to put filigree all the way out here. You can definitely add a setting spray to this if you would like for more intensity, but I'm just kind of testing the waters to see how it works. It's laying down just fine with a brush. I just prefer my finger, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take a little bit more on my finger and just make sure that I have it nicely laid down. Perfect. And now I'm going to go into the shade Travertine, which is fine, but it's more of like a metallic. Let's try Muse. Muse is very, very pretty. I want to put a little bit of that on top of Travertine. Oh, yeah. So Muse packs the sparkle. And then let me do a little bit of Muse on the brush to see what I think of that. That's definitely bringing the sparkle. And then we'll do Whisper. And I'm taking the edge of this brush like this. And I'm just packing Whisper on the very tip of it to do the inner corner with it. And I'm going to take it up right here. To brighten that inner corner and just blend it up like that. Beautiful. Okay, so lastly, I want to take the blending brush that I started with, and we're going to go into the shade Fair, which is like a very light off-white kind of shade, just to blend the edges of everything together. Blend all that together on the top under the brow bone. And then lastly, I'm going to go back in with my BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy brush into the shade Tender and just make sure that I didn't lose my definition in the outer V. And I use very light pressure when I'm using this. Like I'm barely touching the brush to my skin, just to give it the softest blend possible. We don't want any harsh edges. We're going for a more soft glam kind of look. I'm taking a little bit more of Stone on this brush from Rose and Ben, just to make sure we can still see the mattes with the shimmers. I am loving this look. I mean, look how easy that was, you guys. These, I mean, Natasha Denona formula is amazing on its own, but I also just love the size of these palettes. There's not too much to overwhelm you. You kind of can see what direction you want to go in and make an easy eye look. I really do love it. And I might deepen up the outer V a little bit with liner. But that's good for now. Once we clean it up, it's going to be good anyway. So I'm not going to obsess over it, because I usually kind of clean this up anyways with a wipe. But you can get the idea of what it's going to look like. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette. It's just stunning, you guys. It's so good. I've really been enjoying her little Starlet palette too. I've got them in my top drawer, easily accessible, because they are just very quick and easy, no fuss eyeshadow looks that I can just grab them and go when I'm in a hurry to get ready for work. I'm going ahead and doing a little bit of cleaning up right now, but I'll probably have to do a little bit more. I'm going to start with the Rare Beauty Gel Eyeliner in the shade True Brown. I couldn't remember if it was Perfect Brown or True Brown. I've tried this a few times already. The Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Longwear and Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. It claims that it's an easy glide waterproof gel pencil that stays put all day, even on the waterline, with a built-in sharpener for max precision and glide every time. I'm going to take it, I just do it in my waterline, and then I'll take a little bit out here to give myself a guide. Like, I'll go ahead and lay down a little bit of that, but then I'm just going to use shadow as liner today. One thing I don't love about it is once you put it up, you can't put it back down. I don't like that. And it does lose its shape very quickly. It does have a little sharpener in here, but it's very, very messy. Once you do this, it gets really gross. I don't like that. All that to say, I would highly recommend the Sephora collection, which I just am getting ready to order a new one in the shade Tiramisu. It's the brown. This is like $11 and it is so, so good. Like, really good eyeliner. So if you're looking for a good one, and I've tried them all. I've tried the Makeup by Mario. I've tried the Rare Beauty now. Urban Decay is another one that's really good. The 24-hour light on eye pencils. Those are good. Don't like to put a lot of it in the inner part because that's the part on me that always transfers down. I think I'm just going to show you what I've been doing recently. So instead of grabbing out that big palette again, I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Labs, this little miniature Sublime Smoke. Okay, interesting. Package default. This literally just came out when I opened it. I was able to pop it back down in, but still, this is Pat McGrath Labs, and I'm able to just pop that whole thing out. Anyway, not the point. Now I'm afraid it's just going to fall out. Here's what this looks like, and I usually mix the two dark shades, the black and then like the chocolatey brown. I just kind of mix them on my little angled brush, and I'll take this and use this to make my eyeliner. And you can do it very like precise, or you can just smoke it out easily. But I like to kind of stamp it first and just get my placement with the stamping motion. And then I can kind of manipulate it. But this is what I've been doing recently, and I do love it. It's nothing new per se, but it's something that I wanted to share with you as a technique to do eyeliner. If you have issues with your eyeliner transferring, always set it with a powder eyeshadow. And I don't like go all the way up into my waterline, but I do like go underneath the lashes a little bit. Kind of just helps it set, and that way it helps prevent a little bit of that transfer. My eyes are done. They are lined. I'm loving the way it looks. I'm going to go ahead and clean up again with the wipe. Boom. So good. I've been doing this little trick too with the finger, and look at that. It's so good. I always do my primer before I do my mascara just to give it time to really sink in. I'm going to take the Caliray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with collagen and peptides. This is one of my newest primers, and I really enjoy it. And I think it's something that if you have pores that you're wanting to blur, I think this is something that is worth checking out for sure. So I wanted to show you. All right, so when I get close, I want to get to the camera to where you can really see what I'm talking about here. It does a good job at blurring, but it's also hydrating feeling. It doesn't feel like it is going to make you flat matte. It feels like it's going to make your skin blurred, but also hydrated. It's amazing. I don't typically take it under my eye because I don't want a lot of product under there, but I do have a little bit of texture right here in this little hollow of my eye. So I'll take a little bit of it right there, but I don't want to go all the way up under my eyes to where I do have like natural creases. So I just try to keep it on my cheeks, and you can see the difference. It really is good. All right, let me tell you guys a little bit about this. It's the Caliray Sublime Blurring and Hydrating Collagen Peptide Primer with niacinamide. Long name, but it is $36 for 30 mLs, which is 1 ounce, or you can get the miniature for $15 and it is 10 mLs. There are mixed reviews on Sephora's app. It has a rating of 4.1 stars. It claims to be a clean, blurring face primer with hydrating niacinamide and plumping collagen peptides that deliver a soft touch, silky feel, and a poreless matte finish. It says it is pore tightening, redness reducing, smoothing, plumping, moisturizing, and nourishing. I wasn't a huge fan of this primer at first because of the price, but it is very blurring and hydrating, and I have been enjoying it recently. But I will tell you the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer is very similar. Like, my skin is blurred. It's really, really good. Like, it makes me look washed out right now, but that's what you want because you want a nice, even, blurred canvas to put your foundation on. I've got 2 more Point Perk sizes and a full size backup. This mascara is so good. I'm with this because technically on my Sephora app, this is my newest purchase or received. I didn't purchase this. It was 100 points. That's a purchase, right? Guys, this is so good. And this, in my opinion, is garbage. Like, it's not good. It's not worth the hype. Not when you could have a mascara that does what this does. This is my problem eye too. Like, we all have one eye that is your problem eye. This one's my problem lashes. And it's still going to be phenomenal when at the end. It might take me a little longer to perfect this side because I have to do a little bit of tweaking, but I am going to go a little bit more heavy with it this time because I have such a bold, smoky eye look. Typically, I have like just a soft eye look. This one requires a little bit more mascara to balance that out. I know you all may be getting sick of me raving about this mascara, but because it has such mixed reviews on Sephora's website, I guess I just feel the need to really share my thoughts. I have found this to be one of the best mascaras I've ever used. It's important to note my technique. I apply 1 coat, manipulate my lashes with my tweezers, or you could use a lash comb, recurl my lashes once they're dry, and then add another coat if needed. There we go. My clip's fallen. But as you can see, mascara is absolutely stunning. I love, love, love the Fenty mascara. Like I said, once I curl them again, it's going to look like I have false lashes on. But I always wait until they dry. Brace yourselves. This is not a new foundation, but it's a new formula that I've never tried. The YSL All Hours Foundation. Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 30. Luminous Matte Foundation, up to 24-hour full coverage, weightless feel. I have it in the shade MN5, which is medium neutral 5. YSL. Who is she right now? I don't know. But the reason I got it is because Sephora had all their not all their foundations, but several of their foundations were 20% off. So I was able to pick this up for $48, I believe. I'll put it on screen for you. When it's typically a $60-some foundation. And the shade is, I think, going to be okay. It's a frosted glass bottle. I don't know. We'll see. I'm nervous. Okay, so it's very liquidy. This is the Rose and Ben C42 foundation brush. Let's go. Let's see what this color looks like. That was like a half a pump, basically. It was a controlled half a pump. It says Luminous Matte. And I don't take my foundation up under my eyes, so it's going to look kind of crazy at first, but I do blend it onto my ears and down my neck. Hair all the way. It does have a scent. It's not, well, I mean, it's kind of strong, but it's not like overwhelming. Like I had to smell the brush to actually know if that was what I was smelling was the foundation. You know what I mean? Like it was just a nice kind of perfumey smell, but not overwhelming, if that makes sense. But it's a beautiful finish. Half a pump did this section of my face, my neck, my ear. I mean, that's good. I quite like it. Okay. Please don't fall in love with this foundation, please. Okay, another half a pump. I mean, it spreads. It's thin. Wow. It might have been a little more than the other side somehow, but like I said, you can control it as you're pumping it out. And I've not pressed it all the way down yet to see what a full pump is. Maybe I should have done that. Sorry. Let me do that in a minute. We'll make it work. Pull my hair back. I've got a red ear going on. Blend it down my neck. Always make sure you go behind your ear here when you're going down your neck. I love, love, love these Rose and Ben brushes. They're so nice. And that's just like completely whatever's left on the brush, I'm just using to take down my neck, and it's evening out all of the self-tan. Like it's evening everything out. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'll get a little bit more on the brush in a minute to perfect it, but it looks really good in person. And I have not grabbed any more product, and it's just going a long way. That's one good thing about this brush, is that it doesn't absorb the product. I mean, it does a little bit, but not bad at all. I love the way this foundation is looking. Oh. And it could be that the primer's really helping it out, but it looks good. I'll tell you what a full pump does. Okay, so everything that I've gotten so far was almost a full pump. Barely, like, I would say what I've gotten was everything but this little part right here. Like, see the difference? I think that was the ending of the pump that I didn't get with the other two. Okay. The C31 brush, which is her concealer brush, but I like to use this. It's multi-purpose, like it's not just a concealer brush, but I like to use this around my brows to blend the foundation. And you kind of just stamp, and then you can blend if you want like this, but I like to do little pressing motions, and that really gets the foundation blended into your brow area without disrupting too much of your brows that you've already done. I really enjoy these new Rose and Ben brushes. This foundation claims that it's a breathable liquid foundation with up to 24-hour full coverage, with a weightless feel and a luminous matte finish for all skin types. Transfer proof, waterproof, and heat resistant. Provides day after day skincare benefits with 40 different shades to choose from. Again, I'm in MN5, which is a medium with neutral undertone. It is formulated with hyaluronic acid and it has SPF 30. Foundation is looking so good, but what I like to do now is take the Morphe sponge with nothing on it. It's damp, like lightly damp. And I like to take this and make sure that I don't have any foundation that is just sitting on top of the skin. I want to press it into that primer in my skin. Something new that I got is the LYS Natural Finish Skin Loyalty Blur, Mattify, and Set Makeup Setting Spray. So I like to do a light layer of setting spray now for a couple reasons. And as I said, light layer, I'm like spraying a ton, but the mister is so good and it feels so nice on your skin. So I'm just doing this to lock in the foundation for one. And then for two, it's kind of rehydrating the under eyes a little bit. So that way when I go in with concealer, they're a little bit more prepped, I should say, for the concealer. So I like to just make sure that there's nothing under my eyes. There's a smooth canvas to work with. But we're not doing that yet. We're going to go into the Westman Atelier Cream Contour. It's the Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. This is an actual contour shade, you guys. It's not meant for bronzer. It's meant to contour. So I literally just put some right there where I want that definition, that shadow, to make it look, you know, snatched. And then I take some down the side of my nose, like that, and like that, a little bit more on that side. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to blend it anyway. A little under my bottom lip, like so, and then I'm going to do a little bit up here too, just a smidge, to contour my big old forehead. I'm going to use the BK Beauty 112, the small angled brush, because this gives you a lot of control and you can keep it where you want it. Very precise. It's a little bit more fluffy, but like I thought it would be a little bit more dense than it is, but it works out, like it's fine. And that just gives me some definition. I really like it. This is the mini size. I got it for $25 from Sephora. It is available in a full size for $48, and you can also purchase other shades in the full size. As of right now, they only have this shade in the miniature. It's Biscuit, which is described as a cool beige coffee. It claims to sculpt and define cheekbones in an instant with a natural satin finish that blends and builds seamlessly. Medium coverage, and I highly agree with all of that. Such a good contour stick. The LYS Cream Bronzer Stick, and I got a backup. The shade is Harmony, the medium shade. I was able to pick it up from QVC. I'm not sure if it's available on Sephora right now. It sells out all the time on Sephora. It's such a good cream bronzer. So good. The formula, the shade, everything is good about it. BK Beauty 109 brush. It is currently available at Sephora, QVC, and the LYS website. Now this shade Harmony, which is medium, it sells out very quick. So if you are not able to find it at Sephora, check QVC or vice versa, or the LYS website. It is $20 and you can buy it in 5 different shades. It says that it's a natural finish, clean, talc-free, buildable cream bronzer that visibly sculpts, defines, and livens up the complexion with a silky smooth blendable formula. It has a 4.4-star rating at Sephora. And now I am blending the contour with the e.l.f. Nose Contour Brush. As promised, here's the baby. Here's the baby. Copper. Say hello. Say hello, I love my mama. I'm a good boy. He's so good. Let me try to get a shot of him like his full size. I'll put pictures on here, but he's gotten bigger. He's so Say, I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. And Enzo's going crazy. Enzo go crazy. You're so pretty. He's like, I want to play. Put me down. I want to play. He just used the bathroom outside like a good boy. Yes, him is a good boy. Oh, good boy. You gonna get playful? Are you gonna wake up and get playful? Huh? You gonna get playful with mommy? Hmm? Sometimes if I'm sitting on my lap, he'll start to, but once you put him down on the floor, whoo, him gets crazy. Him gets so crazy. Are you scared? Are you scared? It's okay. It's okay. Look, show him. I'm okay. He's got beautiful blue eyes and the cutest little face. Just he does. You want to go play? Okay, I'm gonna let him go play, and then we'll continue our video. Tell him bye-bye. Tell him bye-bye, coppers. I went ahead and fed him his lunch, so hopefully I will keep him calm while I'm finishing up this video, because once he wakes up, he wants to play, and, well, first of all, he wants to go outside. We've already done that, but then he wants to play. And if I ignore him too long, he will start to yelp. Alright, I'm taking the e.l.f. Nose Contour Brush on the fluffier side and just kind of diffusing that a little bit. But you don't want to do too much, because once you powder, it kind of vanishes. I think I'm going to do a mixture of cream blush today. I'm going to start with the Ofra. This is one of my newest cream blushes in the shade All Yours. It's the Ofra Cheek and Lip Cream on the BK Beauty 109 brush. Pick some up. I'm not sure how pigmented this is. We're going to test it. And I'm just going to place this out here. Oh, very pretty. Very pretty shade. The formula seems good. Ooh, I like that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Makeup by Mario, the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in the shade Perfect Pink. Take a little bit of that, but I don't want it to be too cool tone because it's more of a fall look, but I do want it to kind of go with the eye look too, so I don't know. We're just messing around here. And I think it looks really good. Ooh. She's blushing. Oh, it's very pretty. Once I powder and stuff, it's going to be very pretty. Okay. That's a cool combo. After I do my concealer, I might go in with more blush, because sometimes that will diffuse or blush a little too much. So we'll see. Anyway, that's all pressed in. I've got the new Haus Labs concealer in the shade 21 Light Medium Neutral. I've already tested this and I liked it. I did like it. Then I have the Makeup by Mario. This one I have not used. And I picked it up in the shade 240, which it doesn't say on here what that is. I'll have to put on screen. But more than likely it's a light medium neutral. That's what I typically go for. This one looks a little warm, not gonna lie, but I might be able to use a little bit of this and the Haus Labs, but I have one more, so what am I gonna do? I don't know. Let's look at the shade. I've got the Tower 28 Swipe Serum Concealer. Ooh, this one looks like a really good shade. It is IE. I'll have to put it on screen for you guys. This one looks like this. So it's kind of looking a little warm too, not gonna lie, but I think this one will be good. Um, hmm. See why I said I'm gonna need to do another video of like concealer showdown. I think because this is the newest, I'm gonna go in with Haus Labs, and the shade looks really good on me. It's a very good neutral shade, which I love. So we're gonna go in with this. Again, I like to press and feel under my eye, make sure we're good under there. I'm going to go in very lightly and see how much coverage we can get with just a little bit of product. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to put a little in the center of my nose, just to make it appear more straight. A little dot there. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do for now with this. Alright, that's enough. I'm going to go in with that first. The doe foot is big and it was hard to get it back in there, but nonetheless, I have the Real Techniques Miracle Concealer Sponge. It's lightly damp. I'm going to try the Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush. So I'm going to start on my nose and just kind of pat it in. And it literally just blended quickly into my skin. Alright, take a little bit of this down the center of my nose. Like that. And I'm going to leave that to sit for a second. And I'm going to... You guys, this concealer is amazing. It is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Hydrating Concealer with Fermented Arnica. It is $32 for 7 mls, and there are 31 different shades. I chose 21, which is a light medium neutral, and it's perfect. It's made with high-tech skin-loving ingredients and flexible pigments that seamlessly adapt to the skin. The formula blurs fine lines, brightens and depuffs the under eyes, conceals redness and hyperpigmentation, and leaves skin hydrated. Medium coverage, natural finish, with niacinamide and hyaluronic acid complex for all skin types. It has a 4.4 star rating on Sephora. As you can see here, I was able to blend this out and get amazing coverage. I was able to do my whole under eye basically. I think that looks really good. So let me get up close. Here's the amount of coverage I got with that one dot. And then nothing. You can see all my veins. Let's do a little bit more out here and see what happens. I don't want to do a lot. But yeah, so the product is building there from this doe foot not being able to fit in good. Okay. So I'm going to take with whatever's on here and do the other eye like I did. Just let it sit there for a second. I'm going to try to use the same amount. Okay. Alright. And there's still a ton of product on the wand, you guys. So that is kind of a packaging flaw. Let me show you. It's really hard to get it in. Okay, yeah, and then it just bubbles up here and makes a mess. Oh my gosh. I'll take this brush and pick up whatever product's right there, try to make it less dirty, but yeah, that's a huge packaging flaw that I'm not a fan of. So let's see, I don't want to put too much on. I'm just trying to be even. I'm trying to spread it evenly. I did not need to add any more coverage, but because we had that excess product, I decided to go ahead and put it in the center of my forehead to brighten and highlight, and it did a phenomenal job. It definitely smoothed the skin. And just so you all know, I will be battling the Makeup by Mario and the Tower 28 concealers in my next video, so stay tuned for that one. I'm so excited for that. we will see how this looks built up. So far, it's just sinking right into my skin. Looking beautiful. I really do enjoy this. It's a nice concealer. So I'm going to save the other two for my next video. Now that I have that all blended out with the brush, I'm going to take my concealer sponge and I'm going to start on my nose because that's the product that's been sitting the longest, is the concealer on the nose. And that just blended right in. I've still got the contour there, you can see. It looks really good. I like this. I have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder. This is just a little sample that I got from Sephora. Again, I believe it was a 100-point perk. I will put it on screen for you. It might have been an offer. But I'm thinking I'm going to try this on my under eyes. And then I got the Lunar Beauty Lunar-Versal Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Light. Look at this packaging. The moon. And it comes with a puff. This I have tried. And I used it under my eyes and it was a little heavy. But I used it with a puff. So I'm debating on what to do here. I think I'm going to use this all over the face and the HD under my eyes. And I'm going to use the Precision Powder Brush from BK Beauty, the 108. Like this. And then I'm going to take my sponge again and press in any creases. Alright, here we go. Here goes nothing. I'm like to start out here with my powder and kind of get a feel for it before I move in. Just in case I'm like, not for my under eyes. So far, this looks good. Very light. My favorite under eye powder to date, Oma Beauty, whatever it's called, Trip and Smooth Powder. This was on the 21 Days of Beauty. Look at this packaging. Isn't it cool? The translucent shade is my favorite powder for the under eyes. And so far, this Makeup Forever powder is very similar. It's very smooth and lightweight. The only difference is I think the Trip and Smooth has a little bit of radiance to it. Just like a hint of radiance to it. This does not. But it's pretty, you guys. It's really doing a good job at smoothing the under eyes. So, we found a winner, guys. We found a winner. Oh yeah, it feels really smooth. The trick that I've learned is just taking your ring finger and going under here to press everything in and kind of get a feel for it. It's a good little hack. Oh yeah, it feels nice and smooth. Alright, nice. Lunar Versal powder on the puff that comes with it. It's like the Amazon puffs. Kind of hard to open it. I had to use my tweezers each time, but the powder is down in here and then you've got your little protective thing for your puff. We're going to set the face. It is very microfine powder, so be careful with that. And I'm taking it into the cap and just making sure the puff is evenly distributed with some powder. And let me just show you the chin first. Let's go with the chin. Look at that. It definitely does a good job at blurring the skin. And I'm going to do like I normally do and start here and press into the skin. Look at that. I'm going to take whatever's left in the cap now and go back in with the puff. Swirl it around in there. Get it all into that puff. And I'm going to go right here. See where the luminosity is from that foundation? This is going to dye that down, but you'll still be able to see, hopefully, you'll still be able to see that peeking through once I do my setting spray and all that stuff, you'll still be able to see the luminosity from the foundation. I hope so anyway. I don't want to take it away completely. And I don't think it will. Like, I can still see it. Let me do the rest of the face. I'm probably going to do powder puff up here, and then I'll do a brush through here because I want to keep the contour and bronzer and blush undisturbed. Sometimes the powder puff, I feel like kind of, you take a chance on disturbing it, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take this brush from It Cosmetics. It's the Heavenly Luxe powder brush, and I'm going to pick up the Lunar Beauty powder in this brush. And I'm going to use this to set the rest of my face over top of that bronzer and blush, because I just want to be very careful. And this brush is so soft that it's not going to disrupt it. I don't want to disrupt the bronzer or any of my creams underneath. This is a brand new drop from Lunar Beauty. I wanted to mention this. It has 4.9 moons, not stars. He goes by moons here. It has 49 reviews so far. It's $28 for 20 grams, and it comes in 4 different shades. I have translucent light. I started to notice something right away, because right here is looking a little weird. What is that? I'm not sure how I feel about this. There's something going on with this powder. It could be a mixture of the powder with the foundation. It could be the setting spray. I'm using a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury powder here on top to see if that'll fix it. But it was like, I don't know, it's doing this weird patchy texture thing in my face, and I don't have texture there. Look at that. Let's do a damp sponge. Let me read the claims. It says superfine, talc-free, loose setting powder that effortlessly blends to visibly smooth, blur, and control shine for a soft matte finish that lasts all day. Now, I looked up the ingredients, and it does have mica, so I believe that that might be the issue that I had. And yeah, it's doing on both sides. I was going to say it's only doing that one spot, but it's doing on both sides right here. Huh. It's almost like it has a little bit of light reflecting going on. And maybe that's what's doing it. I don't know. But it doesn't look that good up close, especially. So let's do a little bit more of the LYS setting spray to see if that helps. But that's why I like doing these videos, so you all can see. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. I literally tried everything I could think of to make this work. Now, I believe my issues were from having a luminous foundation, bringing that bronzer stick a little too far in towards my pores, and the fact that this powder has mica. I believe that is what caused all of these issues. It's so weird. It's mainly right here and a little bit where my bronzer is, so maybe it's not reacting well to the LYS bronzer. I'm taking a little bit more of the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I'm just going to try to save this look with this powder. I wanted to show you all these new products, and this is why I like doing it, but at the same time I'm like, honestly, I can't tell you what's causing this. I feel like the powder is just catching on that bronzer stick, maybe. I don't know, it's starting to look a little better as my skin's like warming up. So we're not going to count this look out yet. We're just going to keep moving, trucking along. The LYS Beauty contour powder. I've been loving this stuff. I can't put it down. The shade is medium. That's what it looks like. It's the Resculpt Smoothing Contour Powder. So let's hope for the smoothing aspect, because we need it right now to smooth out this texture that was created by God knows what. I purchased this from QVC, but it is no longer available, so I was able to find it on Amazon and Haley'sBeauty.com. It comes in 3 shades for $17.60. I like to pull my hair back when I'm doing this usually. This is a F14 brush from Shop Miss A. I've talked about it many times, but if you've never heard me talk about it, it was $1, and it is one of the softest, most perfect brushes to do contour or bronzer, which in this case it's kind of both for me. I use one of my newest ones, which is the Bye Bye Pores from It Cosmetics, and I like to use it on the Rose and Ben C41 blush brush. This is what the blush looks like. It's a nice neutral pink with a hint of peach to it. I really enjoy it, and I think it'll be good with this look. And this has smoothing properties to it as well. The Bye Bye Pores line is phenomenal, so that's also going to help us out a little bit with this situation, hopefully. I was able to purchase this from QVC in a set that came with the Bye Bye Pores powder and a brush. I will put that on screen for you guys just in case you are curious. But this blush comes in 5 different shades, and it does claim to be anti-aging, give you a poreless finish, airbrushed to perfection, with sheer buildable color. And I'm going to smooth all this out in a minute with the foundation powder, just because it needs it. This blush brush is so good. It's good for both. It's good for cream as well, but for me personally, I've been loving it with the powder. You could honestly use this brush for probably foundation too. And this has been a journey. Alright, moving on. I've got the Turn Up the Base Versatile Powder Foundation in Light 2N from One Size Beauty. And I'm going to take it on this little puff from Amazon. I'm going to swirl some on there. And what I'm going to do is try to fix the situation, which is right here. That's helping a lot. So I will test the Lunar Beauty powder again with a different foundation, and maybe not using the setting spray first. I don't know. But I feel like that's when things started to go awry, is when I started with that powder. So that's when I started noticing it. So I'm just taking this powder and trying to rectify the situation where it is a powder foundation. It has more coverage. It's not just a translucent powder. But yeah, everywhere that was touched by that powder is not looking the best. Especially right there, all that texture that I don't normally have there. I'm going to take this sponge and press in again. Sometimes that'll help melt products together. And I usually swirl with this brush to kind of get everything together. Because it's like light as a feather. This brush is so good. I don't think I look bad, but I've looked a lot better. I've looked a lot smoother. For my brows, one of the newest products is the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony Flexible Lifting Gel. This is what it looks like. And it is a nice clear brow gel. We're going to use a little bit of this today, guys. And then I will use my Lift and Snatch brow pen to finish off my brows. But this will help hold my brow hairs in place throughout the day. This is the brand new Brow Harmony Flexible Lifting and Laminating Brow Gel. It is limited edition, so keep that in mind because it's already out of stock at Sephora, but it is available on the Rare Beauty website. So if you're wanting to pick this up, check out their website. It claims to be universal, clear, waterproof gel that shapes, lifts, and sets in place with a flexible hold that lasts all day without feeling sticky or crunchy. It has a 4.6 star rating on Sephora's website. And it is $17 for 0.15 ounce. Just take my spoolie from my Benefit pencil, brush through just to make sure that I don't have any like excess product in my brow, and kind of help lay them down a little bit where I want them. And then I'm going to use my NYX Lift and Snatch in the shade Brunette. I do have an extra. This is what it looks like in the packaging. If you've ever wondered what the Lift and Snatch looks like, that is it. Okay, so for Brunette, I like to start back here and just throw in some hair-like strokes. And this all depends on the pressure. Like if you barely put any pressure, you get very light little strokes. If you hold too much pressure, it gets too big of a line. Oh, one thing that just happened, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can see it there. There's an air bubble. There's like a bubble of the product that comes out sometimes. And I don't know why that is, but just be aware of it. And every time I see it do it, I just back off and wipe it off. It doesn't do it all the time, but there are times when it does that, and I don't know if it's from shaking it, but I feel like you have to shake it to get the product to come out, so I don't know. I just didn't. I wanted to show you on camera just in case, because I don't know if I've ever heard anybody talk about that. But when it happens, you can kind of see it out of the corner of your vision, so you know it's getting ready to happen. You can stop. All right, so that is one eye. I'm going to do a few more strokes in the front. Like that. And now I have like the perfect natural looking brow. And I can go back with my Benefit pencil once this dries and fix the outline to make it perfect. But for now, this is good. Let me do the other eye so you can see before and after the Lift and Snatch. So good. Put a highlight underneath the brow bone with the IT Cosmetics Matte Luxe Transforming Eyeshadow Palette. Transforming Hello Light. This is it on this little lip brush from Amazon. I know it's supposed to be for lips, but it's perfect for highlighting under your arch of your brow. Curl my lashes one more time. Let me show you the magic. Before, which is perfect anyway. Like I didn't absolutely need to do this step, but I just love the way it looks. All right. After. So now when I look straight on, it looks like I'm wearing false lashes. Like they're so lifted. Just perfect. I've got the new, it's not new, but new to me. I've got the NYX lip crayon pencil, which I've never tried before. Just took the packaging off. And if this doesn't seem like it's going to go, I've got Nude Truffle as a backup. This will be fine. My trick is just to go light with lip liner. Like light pressure. That's what the mauve lip liner looks like, and I think it's fine. I have a backup I bought of the ABH lipstick in the shade Tease, but I don't need to open it yet. I still have some. I guess I'm running out of space on my camera. That's one of my favorite shades of lipstick. But I'm going to add a little bit of the Lanny shade from Laura Lee and Nanny. Add a little bit of that. The Soft Pink ABH Gloss. And that is good. I'm trying to finish this look, so I am going to do the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. With this stuff, the smell is strong, but it works. And this stuff will make your makeup last. And then I just go in with my Lancome Lash Idole on the lower lashes. And that will be my completed look. The under eyes look great. We will continue playing with all these products and I will give you an update. How about that? This is my favorite lower lash mascara. I never have any transfer whatsoever. We're going to roll with it. That is our look for today. Sometimes I will add a little highlighter to my nose. I might do that. Let's do the Rare Beauty Mesmerize. I'm going to take a little bit of this on my finger and just dot a little bit around the end of my nose here. It's hard to pick it up on camera, but she's there. On my Cupid's bow. It's a beautiful highlighter, it really is. And then I'll take a little bit on this lip brush just to tie in a little bit of this to my eyes. Inner corner. Perfect. That's the finished look. I'm going to, of course, put hairspray on my hair and tweak it a little bit, but this is basically, when I say tweak it, I'm probably going to put it in a ponytail. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just not big on my hair being down these days. I don't know why. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm just still in summer vibes to where it's hot and annoying. But anyway, I will, of course, put some more info on the screen for you guys about these products. I will talk to you more in depth about them, and I will give you some updates in the description box, if not on screen, here in just a minute when I'm editing. So bye guys, have a good day. I hope you love the puppy as much as I do. He's so cute.